Well, I'm here today looking around it looks like a project for recycling, right? They're recycling stuff. And what I'm looking for is just the bottles that they're not recycling. You know, they're separating the garbage and just taking the topsoil up. And there's a lot of bottles here. You can see I'm finding a whole bunch, but because this is the 50s, believe it or not, this is a 50s landfill, there isn't much for me to collect, although I might find something that might be embossed. There's a chance I might. So I'm finding a lot of bottles, as you can see, are all over the place, but again, the age is not ideal. But hey, if I find a Coke or something, I'll be happy with that. So let me see what I can find, and I'll let you know what shows up. Well, if you want to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. And walking in this is pretty tough. There's a lot of junk in here. It's all from the 50s. Here's a bottle that I've just dated, and the date looks like 55. That's Owens, Illinois, Durglass. So this is a 55-year-old bottle. This Coke is probably the same thing, and I don't need it because, of course, it's one of those everyday type bottles. But as you can see, there's rubble everywhere, and so I'm going to keep on going and see what I'll show you. If I find something good, hopefully I'll show you that. So here we are. Well, believe it or not, I just found an orange crush right here. Nothing really wrong with it. Has writing on it, but the mud is so hard and thick, I'm not going to try to pry it out. But okay, orange crush, we're on the board. Let's keep going. Well, this might be worth showing just for the hell of it. There are hundreds, they're all over the place, the little blood vials. You see them over here too. These were probably used for science, maybe in a school class, or maybe even a hospital had these. So I won't mess with them because who knows what the hell was in them and what's still in them. But just to show you, there's a lot of different things you'll find in even these later dumps. See, the wall of the dump is right there. You can see the stuff coming out of it. And like I said, what they're doing here is they're reusing the soil. They're sifting all the trash out of it, and they're making selling topsoil. England does this. The States here do it. The dumps are old and discontinued, so they don't have much care. And I'm lucky enough to be able to walk this and see what I can find. So far, mostly just local Coca-Colas from the 50s, which I do not need. A lot of pyro-glazed sodas that are... What's this? There's a little doll's... I don't see a lot of... That was a doll's cup. I don't see a lot of toys here, which lends me to believe that there wasn't a lot of household domestic stuff thrown here, mostly just industrial. So I'm not going to waste my time showing you all this crap because there's nothing here to show. So let me keep on going and see this kind of thing you find, and I'll keep going. Well, here's something I didn't expect to find down in a hole. Here is a turtle. He's alive. Poor guy. I don't think he can get out. Looks like he's tried, but anyway, I'm carrying him out. I don't know where he wants to go, but he really can't stay here, because this is bad news bears down here. This is like a, I don't know. It's a pit. It's a damn pit. You can see there's the garbage all over. I got to check this stuff out. Don't expect to find anything. But I want to bring him on over here. Mr. Turtle here. Come on, buddy. You'll be all right. Just don't go in the damn push. This whole area probably was a dump at one time. So I don't know. They like to travel in the way of the sun, but there's a ditch. I don't think you're gonna mess with him out the ditch. But there's a ditch over here, so let's put him over here. Mr. Turtle, how you doing there, buddy? Poor guy. Well, this looks nice and I don't know. He's a mud turtle, so I don't look at this. Look at this shit. What the hell is all this? Anyway, I'm gonna put him over here. Come here, buddy. There you go. Facing the water. Take it easy. See what I mean? I mean, that's not the healthiest looking water, but I'm sure it's not news to him. You know, this being a dump and all. But there you go. See that mountain there? That's all been recycled from all over here. They've just skimmed about 4 foot. Oh, wow. I gotta come back for this. Look. You know what these are, right? Mulberries. The berry that made Savannah famous. I'll come back when they're ripen another day or two and get some. There you go. My rescue for the day. Take care. Well, I'm surprised I didn't find any of these sooner. Little blue cat's eye, it looks like. A mini. Look how small that is. So that's not a common for that being that small. Cool. Little tiny cat's eye marble. Okay. I'm about to go home. I've had pretty much my fill of this. You know, this is all. See, there's a bottle there. What kind of bottle? I don't know. Fishavita vitamin. Who knows? Well, I'm done. Talk to you later. Bye. I went on a little walk today, and I filmed that. And it was a 50s dump that didn't even know existed until a salvage company, I think, took the land over and is repurposing the whole place. Actually, what they're doing is they're creating land, or they're creating a filter. What they do, and they do this in England, they take these old dump areas and they filter out all the garbage and stuff. And what they do is they take the topsoil and they sell the topsoil, and the rest they just, I guess, cover up again. But they do that in England quite often. Mostly they get coal from these old dumps and they repurpose that. But in this case, they're just what they look like to me is they're just getting topsoil and creating a big mess. But for me, it's all right, because I'm in there looking for stuff, and I found a few things that are pretty interesting for a 50s dump. I was looking for Cokes, of course, and sodas. And I found a lot of Coca-Colas, but I have them. 1950s um, post office patent. I don't need those. So, at any rate, let's show you what we found. First of all, big surprise, I found a Orange Crush bottle. Um, this bottle was made in the 30s, and the reason I know that is because it's the Peters Bottling Company from Savannah, Georgia. And Peters ran all the way up until I guess, the late 40s, from what I gather. I can't find much information except that they do have a pyro, which I found, and the pyros are never really in good condition. But this Orange Crush apparently was part of their distribution, and this is a crinkle bottle, and it's a 1920 patent, so it was probably uh, one of those old, hang-arounds, and I was able to find it in one piece. Um, this one here, hep yourself. That's what the saying really implies here. This was largely distributed in the 40s and the 50s. The front is totally gone. It was infused with vitamin B1, and what difference that made, I don't know. But it was a flavoring bottle. This one is Greenville, Mississippi, but there's some that are from Michigan and all over the place. So this bottle had a large distribution. I'm not going to keep it, of course, because it's not old. If you look at the date, this is a good example. Sorry about that sound. Of if you look at the Duraglass and you see the numbers there, the Owens. The one on the left is probably location of the plant. The one on the right, you'll see a 5 with a dot. That dot came after 1940 or 45. I'm not quite sure. But that is, or 1950 actually. So that dot shows me it's a 55. I don't care much for that bottle. The next one is Mother's Darling. This is a hair. This is from the Nestle company, but not Nestle in the candy, but Nestle Cosmetics. This guy was from Germany, and he came over, and what his claim to fame was, he made the curling iron machine in the 1920s. If you ever seen a picture of a woman sitting with about 50 or 60 electrical tubes sticking in her hair, that was his invention. But he started cosmetics, so he was Lamour was the company, and it was bought out until it was around for a while, but it was from 1926 to about I think it was bought out in the late 1950s. But this is a baby shampoo bottle, Mother's Darling, and it had another cap on it. I just put that one on. Good old Lord Calvert. I found a shot glass, the Calvert Whiskey Company. This company, the Calvert Company, actually started in like the 1880s by the I think somewhere in Baltimore. I think the Whiskey Company, and then they were bought out in the 1930s, and so the Calvert whiskey was really popular back then. And there's little writing at the very bottom, gives you where the company was. I think New York. I can't really read it, and how much up to that line apparently was a half shot. I don't drink, so I don't know exactly what they're talking about here, but that's a little shot glass, grade A, I guess. This one here is a Whitehall Tandem. It's No, it's not a white owl tandem. This is the TCW glass in New Jersey. Let me think. What the heck is that company called? Wheaton Glass. And this is a Wheaton Glass bottle, and it's just a chemical bottle. This is what they made. This here, of course, is the famous. It's a mixer. It's a Jim Beam little stir for your drink. And this is very interesting. This is a calendar, Seaboard Airline Railroad, and if you can see the date, it's in 1953. So that's about a 69-year-old. This is 69 years old, almost 70 years old. Seaboard was a big deal back in the 20s. Actually, 1900. It was around from 1900 all the way to 1967 when they were merged with Amtrak. But they were responsible for the tourist industry boom of the South from 1900 on. After they were a conglomerate, really, of a bunch of smaller railroads. This company, the mother company, started in Virginia, and it went all the way to North and South Carolina and in Savannah. That's why this card is here. And so this was I'm getting rained on. This is it. This was the train that you took to go from Richmond to Miami, and it was around until 60, what did I say, 67 or whatever. So there you have it. And if you look, my birthday back in that time, I was 3 years old, and on a Sunday. So there you have it, my little sojourn. So have a good day, and see you all on my next trip. Bye.